Welcome to the Cherokee Tribune Ledger podcast. Today is Saturday, January 21st, and happy 73rd birthday to singer Billy Ocean. I'm Dan Ratcliffe, and here are your top stories presented by Credit Union of Georgia. A Cherokee County man was charged with assaulting and detaining his disabled grandmother. A Woodstock collectible shop has over 1,000 trading cards stolen from it. And Kendall Jones was named Cherokee's first citizen. We'll have all this and more coming up on the Cherokee Tribune Ledger podcast. You deserve better than your bank. Better service, better rates, better solutions. Now is the perfect time to make the switch to Credit Union of Georgia, the better way to bank. Credit Union of Georgia is a homegrown, not-for-profit cooperative that will provide you with personalized customer service, a network of more than 30,000 accessible ATMs across the country, and convenient locations right here in Cherokee County, including the brand new Hickory Flat branch. Become a member today or apply for a loan online at cuofga.org. Credit Union of Georgia, the better way to bank. A Cherokee County man has been indicted after prosecutors say he abused his disabled grandmother and did not allow her to leave their home. Nathan Bellino of Canton is charged with 4 counts of exploitation and intimidation of a disabled adult, 1 count of aggravated assault, family violence, 1 count of battery, family violence, and 1 count of false imprisonment, according to the indictment filed January 10th. The indictment charges Bellino with strangling his grandmother, hitting and pinching her, and depriving her of medical services, and blocking the exit and refusing to allow her to leave the home they shared in East Cherokee County near Canton. Prosecutors in the indictment say he caused mental anguish with his acts of violence, threats of violence, and by limiting her contact with other people. The alleged incidents took place in October. In an arrest warrant filed October 24th by the sheriff's office, officers say Bellino took his grandmother's cell phone and prevented her from leaving the home for about 4 days. A Town Lake collectibles store had well over 1,000 cards stolen from its collection last week, but the incident isn't slowing them down. BT Collectibles was broken into during the early morning of January 8th. Co-owner Robert Mulligan said there was glass on the floor when he arrived that day. As of Monday, no one had been arrested in connection to the case. Mulligan said that after the perpetrator or perpetrators broke into the store, they went to the sealed display cases, smashing them and taking the cards.
Well, I know that we had one case that was full of Pokemon slabs, which a slab is a grade card, which has serial numbers on it. So we're going to contact the companies to give us a list of what cards we have with those numbers. And then if they show up somewhere else, we might get lucky and they show up. The second case they hit was a basketball. They took every single basketball card I had out of the store. That was Kobe Bryant rookie cards that were graded. There were Michael Jordan second-year cards that was graded, other graded cards. Shaquille O'Neal rookies, all the high-end rookies, the new guys, LaMelo Ball, but they took every single card, wiped it out. And the third case, which is the most valuable case, the vintage cards, all my vintage baseball. And they just cleaned it out. Everything from Aaron to Clemente's, 1950s to the 60s, and all the other Hall of Famers.
Mulligan said there was another robbery in Roswell 2 days later involving another card shop. Mulligan, alongside his wife Beatrice, opened BT Collectibles about a year and a half ago. The store has become popular in the Town Lake community, and Mulligan said that the support from both the community and Cherokee County as a whole has been overwhelming. The store fully opened again the following Tuesday, with support pouring in from customers and from social media users. For updates on the store, you can visit the BT Collectibles Facebook page. The store has a number of sports trading cards, Pokemon cards, memorabilia, comic books, collectibles, figurines, Funko Pop figurines, and more. In addition to buying cards from the store, customers can also bring in cards to sell.
The First Citizen has helped literally hundreds of people improve their lives. And in doing so, what he's done is actually make them better citizens themselves. So he truly has made a difference in our community.
A longtime Must Ministries employee and volunteer for many community organizations has been named the first citizen of Cherokee County by the local Chamber of Commerce. As Must's community liaison for Cherokee County, Kendall Jones is credited with helping hundreds of people with food, shelter, and other needs. Jones was surprised with the honor by the Cherokee Chamber Thursday at its annual meeting and was soon surrounded by family members on stage as he walked up to accept the award. Jones also sang a hymn to the audience, "Make Me a Servant," which he said he sings to himself most days when he drives to work. Before Jones joined Must's staff, he was a volunteer at their food pantry. In 2010, he became Must's volunteer coordinator and intake manager. He was promoted to program director at Must Cherokee, and in 2019, the nonprofit created his role specifically for him. In addition to serving Cherokee County through various local organizations, Jones has extended his service abroad as the missions chair at Canton First United Methodist Church. A crew of Cherokee County firefighters is raising money for one of their own after he lost his home to a fire on Monday. Firefighter Joel Saunders and his wife Carolyn are staying with a friend after their home burned to the ground, according to a GoFundMe page set up by Saunders' crew members. The couple was not home at the time of the fire and no injuries were reported. They lost everything except for their vehicles. The couple had lived in Blue Ridge. A link to the GoFundMe can be found at tribuneledger.com.
Engineer Solutions of Georgia. We guarantee a stable, dry foundation. With over 30 years of experience and a lifetime of support, residential and commercial. Hey, we do it all. For basement waterproofing and repairs to your foundation. Dial 678 ESOG now.
Unknown error. Every time I think my business is on track, I get these computer issues that shut me down for a day.
Ever since my business partnered with Click IT of Marietta, I don't even worry about those types of things. They're local, they have 20 years experience, and specialize in helping small businesses just like mine and yours.
Do they handle hardware and software?
Hardware, software, malware, you name it. Just tell them when and where, and they will be there. Visit them online at marietta.clickitcomputers.com or give them a call at 678-202-4600. Instead of submitting a support ticket, call Marietta Click It. The Creekview girls got back on the winning side of things this week. Here's community reporter Matt Golden with more.
With its dominant 65-32 win over Allatoona on Tuesday, the Creekview girls basketball team is back on track. The Grizzlies, who dropped 5 straight games from January 4th to the 13th, rediscovered their offense and what made them successful during this season's strong start. Over the last 2 games, Creekview has outscored its opponents 138-64. Creekview, who is 12-7 overall and 3-4 in Region 6-6A, connected on 14 three-pointers during a 73-32 win over Milton on Monday and received a 22-point effort from Ashlyn Blasoff. The strong offensive performance carried into the Allatoona game, but it was an especially well-rounded game. Kayla Ward picked up a double-double with 11 points and 12 rebounds and was the only Creekview player to score in double figures. Ashlyn Blasoff finished with 9 points and 6 rebounds, with Amelia Taft adding 7 points. You can catch the Creekview Grizzlies in action tonight against Cambridge. The Grizzlies are firmly in the playoff mix behind Woodstock and Sequoia, who are both 4-3 in region play. For more on the story and basketball in Cherokee County, head over to TribuneLedgerNews.com. For the Cherokee Tribune Ledger podcast, I'm Matt Golden.
See, I believe in hope. I believe in belief. Now, where I'm from, we got a saying too. Question, actually. Do you believe in miracles?
House of Hope, a Cherokee County-based food bank, is celebrating 10 years in operation supporting their community. The nonprofit organization, with a home base located east of Canton on Cumming Highway, provides aid for between 105 to 130 families coming from as far as Dahlonega and Jasper every week. Its programs include food box pickups, a clothing closet, and supplying families with smoke detectors and car seats. Director Wendy Graham shared that when beginning the expansions of the original pantry, she was told that most organizations fizzle out by 3 years. 10 years later, Graham and operations manager Christy Hoffrichter are aiming their sights even higher. The nonprofit took its first steps on December 22, 2012, as a means of providing one hot meal to families connected with Free Home Elementary. Graham went one step further to provide Christmas Eve meals that month. The pantry's generosity grew to meet the needs of their community. Soon they were offering a soup kitchen in January, toiletry bags, and care packages of non-perishable food items. And And when summer came, the organization opened its doors every Wednesday to continue to provide foodstuff. If you're interested in volunteering, you're encouraged to visit the food pantry at 11954 Cumming Highway on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings. Otherwise, the organization accepts monetary, food, and clothing donations year-round. For more information, you can go to houseofhope.org. An Ackworth man died after he was struck by a vehicle on Highway 92 near Woodstock Wednesday. According to the sheriff's office, deputies responded to a pedestrian being struck by a vehicle at around 9 p.m. Wednesday at Highway 92 near Wade Green Road. The pedestrian appeared to have been attempting to cross 92. He was not in a crosswalk when he was struck. The driver stopped after the crash and is not suspected of being impaired. The pedestrian, 66-year-old Raymond Oliveri of Ackworth, was transported to Kennestone Hospital, where he later died from his injuries.
I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty. I want to share with small businesses one of the smartest moves we ever made in real estate. We bought our business properties and did not lease our offices, and we paid ourselves instead of our landlords. It was an additional revenue source for our company without any additional work. If you are 2 years in business and occupy over 50% of the space, you very well might qualify for a no money down loan to buy your business property. Whether it's an office property, retail, industrial, or any other number of commercial properties, you may qualify. Owning your business property could eliminate or reduce the check you send to the IRS. Owning your place of work will also enable you to use additional equity to borrow or save. Please call me at 678-708-6885 or visit drakerealty.com and see if we can help you build equity and wealth in your business.
Thanks again for listening to today's Cherokee Tribune Ledger podcast. Did you know over 50% of Americans listen to podcasts weekly? Make sure you join us for our next episode and share this podcast on social media with your friends and family. Add us to your Alexa Flash Briefing or Google Home Briefing, and be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. Darren Sutherland, Executive Producer. Doug Harding, Creative Director. Jacob Sutherland, Director. Producers Jason Gentarola and Matt Golden. And Jinrei Zhang, Video Producer. All rights reserved.